Hi there, Sandra here from CREATEINSPAIN. Do you have a CM machine or a DX machine, one of the brother scan and cuts? Do you want to do print and cuts with your machine without purchasing a print to cut card? If you have a CM machine, you can't even buy the print to cut card for your machine, so that kind of negates that, doesn't it? If you do, and if you have SureCutsALot version 5, you will be able to do print and cuts on your machine with no registration marks, just following a few very simple steps. I have tested this out, I have got it to work, and so you should be able to make it work too. The first thing is to set your printer to do a borderless print, so you can make the most of the space that you have on your paper, and you set it to whatever paper size you normally use, be it A4 or letter size if you are in the US, and you do your print as you would normally if you were going to be trying to do a print and cut. So you might have shapes from the library that you want to print and cut, or you might have a design that you have traced that you want to print and cut. Now again, if you are using canvas, you cannot trace properly with interior lines on images without having an advanced trace package or the print to cut package. And yeah, that's something that you can do in SureCutsALot without any problem. You don't have to buy extras to do that. So in SureCutsALot, what you would do is you would import the image, you would do a trace on it, and that will give you a cut line. When it's done, those two items are generally grouped. So you would ungroup those items, group all your cut lines together. That is very, very important. Print off your image as normal, no registration marks, just print your image, and then move all your cut lines up 4 millimeters and to the left 1 millimeter. This is what I have found works brilliantly for me. I've actually got, you can't see I've got half cut lines around these apples, and I can feel these cut lines and I can tell that they are where they should be, and this is how I did it. In fact, you might, well, yeah, you can just about see on this side there's the line and there's one of the cut lines around it. It works perfectly. Now the proviso is that you must export your file as an FCM. Whatever you are exporting it to, whether you are exporting it to a wireless USB, as in the video that I've done today on that, or if you are exporting to your desktop and then just putting it on a standard USB, or whether you are hardwiring it to your cutter, you do not put it through Canvas Workspace. You just send it to the cutter as an FCM file, and that is an export file from SureCutsALot. It's not a save as, it's a file export. So you save it as an FCM. The reason you save it as an FCM as opposed to saving an SVG is that the SVG will not give the machine any idea of where your design should be put. The FCM does. So as I said, just move the cut lines and only the cut lines up 4 millimeters and to the left 1 millimeter. Now in SureCutsALot there are preferences. If you go to the Preference tab, you can make it so that the nudge, which is the buttons that you see on screen, will move your cut line by a certain amount, and I have mine set to 1 millimeter. I have my nudge buttons on my actual laptop set to move things by 2 millimeters. So that is an easy thing to do. You just press the buttons, the required amount, to get it to move in the direction that you need it to move. And then you send that file as an FCM to your cutter, one way or another. The only other thing that you need to do is make sure that your paper is put in the top left-hand corner of your mat, and then you should find that your cuts will be lined up and all will be well. Now the advantage of this is that you do not have to put anything through Canvas Workspace. I'm not paid by SureCutsALot to promote it. I don't get anything from it if you buy it. I don't even have a subsidised link or anything like that for SureCutsALot. So it's entirely independent. You can do what you want to do. But if you want to make the most of your machine, I do suggest very strongly that you look into it, particularly if you have a CM machine, because those machines are not going to be given any extra functions because they're discontinuing them. So they have no interest in applying extra functions for CM machines. They would rather you bought a DX. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.